Hi everyone, it's Jenna Pfingston, Goddess of Light, and this is a small yoga class on opening the psoas muscle as well as releasing the psoas muscle. If I were to basically take out all of my organs, the psoas muscle is located beyond the organs, connected into the lower lumbar spine, and it wraps around into the pelvis, into the femur bone. So if our psoas muscle is tight or experiencing havoc, we can experience back pain and even tightness in the hips or pain within the hips. So this is an invitation to dive into a few yoga postures and bring it into your home practice. But before we get started, let's connect into a seat together. So please grab a blanket or two blankets, maybe a bolster or a block to sit on. And you're going to bring your left palm opening up underneath the belly button, and your right hand, the back of the hand, on top of the palm, and your thumbs gently linked. And then slowly just drawing your eyes closed, welcoming yourself into this short yoga practice, welcoming in the physical body, welcoming in the breathing body. And just dropping into a few deeper breaths. And just letting the inhalation flow in and the exhalation flow out. And as you stay in your seated meditation for just another minute or so, intention for today is to recognize that the physical body is the portal to the emotional body. The psoas muscle is very connected into emotions. And right now, your hands are placed into a mudra that connects us into the element water and governing the waves of our emotions. So perhaps within your journey right now, you're feeling an emotion at a stronger level, whether it be joy, bliss, confusion, sadness, anger. And I could go on and on. But the invitation is to breathe into that wave, to breathe into that emotion, and not necessarily connecting into translating it, but just feeling, inviting it to rise up in any way that it rises. And if it's contracted, then breathing into that contraction. If it feels stagnant, then breathing into the invitation of it just being stagnant. And as we move into this practice, connecting us into the psoas muscle, always bringing in the invitation of the breath being medicine for the physical body and for the emotional body. Slowly bring your palms into prayer hands, Anjali Mudra. And if you have an intention or a blessing or a prayer for this short practice today, please bring that intention into your heart space. And as you bow inward into your light, Om Namah Shivaya, and into your practice, Slowly release your hands and then taking your gaze back up. So you'll need a couple items for this particular class. We're going to connect into using a yoga belt. If you don't have a yoga belt, you could use a tie or even a piece of fabric. And if you have a couple yoga blocks, that would be great too. But you can also use a couple books if you don't have yoga blocks. And of course, your yoga mat, or feel free just to lie on the floor. We're going to come to our backs first. And do keep a block near you, just one, and a belt. Bend your legs and place your feet parallel to each other, toes pointing forward, and arms are just down by your side. Shoulder blades gently on the back body and finding ease within your neck and ease within your eyes and connecting back into the breathing body, just allowing your natural breath to find its way. On your next inhalation, you're going to draw your right knee towards your right shoulder by interlacing your hands right below the right kneecap and coming into an active right foot, spreading the toes. As you keep this, lengthen your left leg out onto the earth, bringing your left heel to the earth and activating your left foot. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, relax the face, and again, just letting the breath find its natural rhythm, breathing in and breathing out. Then bend your left leg and release your right foot to the earth. On your next inhalation, you're going to draw your left knee in towards the left shoulder, active left foot, and reach your right leg out, bringing your right heel to the earth, active right foot. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, and from your right rib cage, lengthen through the upper right thigh. This is a very gentle stretch. We're lengthening the right leg, and therefore we're lengthening the psoas muscle. And we'll go a little bit deeper, connecting back into the breathing body, just letting the breath flow in and flow out. Then slowly you're going to bend your right leg and release your left foot to the earth. On your next inhalation, reach your arms up and over and reach your legs straight out, full body stretch. And just start to wiggle in any way that feels good to you. Maybe it's cat and cow in the lower back. Maybe it's lengthening one leg and then the other leg. Maybe it's just stretching the full body, moving the hips. And then slowly bending one leg at a time and bringing your arms down by your side. So now you're going to grab your block, your yoga block, and you can either bring it to this height, the lowest height, or the second height, your choice. And you're going to bring it to your lower back, your sacrum area. And you'll find that place where it just feels good. Then, feet parallel to each other, Tadasana feet. Wrap your shoulder blades gently around the back body and bring your arms down by your side. If your chin is tucked, lift your chin just slightly, opening up the throat and connecting again into a soft gaze, soft drishti, and connecting to your breath. We're going to do two different shapes within this posture, and right now this is supported bridge. you're going to draw your lower ribs gently down, and then energetically from your lower ribs, lengthen all the way through the upper thighs and out through the kneecaps. On your next inhalation, you're going to draw your right knee towards your right shoulder again, like we did in the first posture. So interlace the fingers, grab the right shin, active right foot, and then lengthen your left leg out. As you lengthen your left leg out, relax the neck, relax the shoulders, and from your left rib cage, lengthen through the upper left thigh and out through the ball of your left foot. And then receive the posture by diving deeper into your breath. So just allowing the breath to flow in and flow out. Then slowly bend your left leg and release your right foot back to the earth. Wiggle if you need to, just to find that place again. And then inhale your left leg up towards your left shoulder and reach your right leg out. Active right foot. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders, draw the lower ribs down, and then lengthen from your right rib cage out through the ball of your right foot, receiving the breath. Slowly bend your right leg and release your left foot back to the earth. Open your palms just for a moment, feet parallel. Relax the lower ribs, relax your neck, and just pause for a moment and feeling the energy of those shapes. Then slowly you're going to release the block and bring your sit bones back to the earth. On your next inhalation, just draw your knees wide and rotate your ankles, lengthening the tailbone, and again, relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulders, and connecting back into the breathing body. And then slowly bring your feet back to the earth. Reach your right arm behind you, roll to your right side, and we're going to come up to our hands and knees. As you come to your hands and knees, make your way into tabletop. So hands outer shoulder distance apart, index fingers turned out slightly, knees a little bit behind the hips, rooting the toes into the earth. And on your exhalation, look into the belly and pressing the earth away. So even here, we're opening the front of the hips as well as the upper thighs a little bit, but also giving the back a little love. Inhale, taps of the feet, lift the chest, lift the heart, and widen your sit bones. Exhale, look into the belly, pushing down into the earth. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart, and widen your sit bones. A few more. Exhale, look into the belly, pushing down into the earth, rounding the upper back. And then inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart, widen the sit bones. Two more. Exhale, look into the belly, push down into the earth. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the heart, and widen the sit bones. And then slowly coming into a neutral spine, you're going to take your left leg straight back to a half plank. As you push down into the earth, pull the belly button up slightly and then take your right leg back, moving into a full plank. You can also come into modified push-up. So either one. Pause here for a couple breaths. Find ease in your neck, ease in your eyes. And on your next exhalation, move back to downward dog. Again, make sure that the index fingers are turned out slightly. Bend your knees just a little bit here. Relax your neck, relax your eyes. And as you draw your lower ribs up, reach back through the middle of your sit bones. And again, connecting into the natural rhythm of your breath. Slowly bring your knees back to the earth, tabletop. So now you're going to grab both of your blocks and you're going to bring your blocks to the highest height on either side of you. And you're going to place your hands on your blocks and your knees just a little bit behind the hips and root your toes into the earth. Let's move the block under your right hand a little bit to the left, and you're going to step your right foot forward. Then bring your block on the outside of your right foot. Look back at your left knee and wiggle it back until your upper left thigh is at an angle. Bring your blocks back just a little bit so your torso is upright, your chest is lifted, and shoulder blades are gently on your back body. Lift and spread your toes in your front foot and root through the mound of your right big toe as you energetically draw your left knee forward. And I'm going to say that again. Energetically draw the left knee forward. As you're doing that, you should feel muscle energy in the upper left thigh and a lengthening within the upper left thigh. Connect back into your breathing body, just allowing the breath to flow in and flow out. Then slowly bring your blocks forward. Bring your block under your right hand back to the left. Rock your hips back and take your right knee back. Here we go on the other side. Bring your block under your left hand over to the right. Bring your left foot forward and bring your block back. Then take your right leg back so your upper right thigh is at an angle. Bring your blocks back. Root down to the mound of your left big toe as you lift and spread your toes. Lift your heart, lengthen your spine, and energetically drag that right knee forward. Feeling the upper right thigh lengthen, as well as drawing in a little bit of muscle energy, and then connecting into the breathing body. Breathing in and breathing out. Then slowly you're going to release. Take your block to the right side of your mat and bring your left knee back. Go ahead and move your blocks. We're going to do one more downward dog. Place your hands outer shoulder distance apart, index fingers turned out slightly. Relax your neck, bend your knees if you have tight hamstrings or a rounded back. And as you draw the lower ribs up, reach back evenly through the sit bones. And again, breathing in and breathing out. And slowly bring your knees to the earth. We have one last posture to open the psoas muscle. So I'm going to rotate my mat around. So now that you have your mat against the wall, you're going to need 2 blocks and your yoga blanket. This is called King Pigeon, and it's a good one. So I will give you bus stops along the way, and you can stop wherever you need to stop. You're going to take your blanket and put it up against the wall. Then you're going to bring your feet near the wall with both of your blocks also near you. Place your hands on your blocks, and you're going to bring your left knee all the way up against the wall, left heel on the outside of your left hip, and toes pointing straight up. You can either stay here, bringing your blocks to the highest height, bringing your torso upright or as far as it will go, and lengthening your tailbone to feel that stretch in your upper left thigh, or bring your blocks forward, step your right foot forward, and then bringing your blocks back again to bring your torso upright, or right palm on your right upper thigh, left hand to your left heel, and then wherever you're at, lengthening your tailbone, lifting your chest, lifting your heart, and don't forget to breathe. So just letting the breath flow in and flow out. It's a good one. And then slowly release. If your right foot is on the earth, bring your blocks over to the left and bring your right knee down. Wiggle your left knee away from the wall. And here we go on the other side. So bringing your blocks forward, take your right knee back and bring your left foot forward if you want to take it to the next step. Bring your blocks back. Either keep your hands on your blocks or bring your left hand to your upper left thigh and your right hand to your heel. Lengthen the tailbone, lift your chest, lift your heart, and drop back in to your breathing body. Couple more breaths. And slowly release. As you bring your left knee down, you're going to wiggle forward and you're going to come into one more downward dog. So go for it. Come to your hands and knees. Place your hands outer shoulder distance apart. Index fingers turning out and moving back to your downward dog. Pause in your downward dog for 3 breaths. 1 breath equaling an inhalation, a pause, and an exhalation. And then slowly just come into a very passive child's pose. Resting your forehead on the earth, allowing your arms to rest on your shoulders, checking in with the physical body, and checking in with the emotional body. And slowly bringing your hands back by your head, shoulder blades on the back body. Inhale, rise up. And just coming into a comfortable seat. Bringing the back of your hands to your upper thighs, opening the palms, lengthening your spine. And drawing your eyes closed. Just one last time for this class. And just feeling the energy, again, of the physical body. Feeling the energy of the emotional body. And that through movement, through breathing, we can create a sacred space of release, of letting go, and of healing.